Hey guys, I'm here today with Sarah, who's my model. I'm gonna take her through a 15-minute workout. You guys are just gonna follow along. We're gonna start with a little warm up here. It's gonna be 45 seconds. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through 4 moves, 3 rounds, and it's 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Finish off with 2 cool down moves, which she has already said she is excited to get to. So, all right guys, we're gonna rock and roll here. So for her little warm up here, I want her to go into a transverse lunge on the right and the left, and then right into an inchworm walkout. So what we're doing here is we're just trying to get her body moving in every plane of motion here. Get her nice and warmed up. Core is firing, shoulders are firing. And then we're getting into those glutes and quads. There you go. And again, this one's just 45 seconds of this warm up. Everything's moving. The nice thing about this workout today too, guys, is it's only going to require 2 dumbbells, and if you want a pad for your elbows, but really simple on the equipment. All right, you got about 10 more seconds. Last one, walk it out. Perfect. All right, go ahead and grab those dumbbells. So again, you're only going to need 2 dumbbells, guys. We're going to start her with a lateral lunge to the right, a lateral lunge to the left, and then an overhead press. Okay? 45 seconds here of work, and then we'll give her 15 seconds of rest. Nice thing is, guys, without needing much equipment, on a beautiful day like this, you can actually take this workout right outside, get your vitamin D and your sweat, knock out 2 birds. Which is a funny story. We actually had a bird fly in the gym today, guys. Sarah was the hero of the day and got it back out before it crashed into the window too many times. 15 more seconds. Now Sarah's using 15s, guys, but you can use, whatever weight you've got that you can feel is suffice to get you challenged with this one, because she's going to be using these for quite a bit of the workout. Okay, go ahead and put it down. 15 seconds of rest. Perfect. Her next one, guys, that she's going to do is we're going to do a step back, and she's going to alternate these, but she's going to row when she's here, come all the way back up to standing, step it deep and back, row, return to standing. Now, I will say on this one, guys, one thing we cue our clients on when we do these is you want to get yourself deep into that front knee. So think about like a 90-degree bend in that front knee. All right, Sarah. All right, 45 seconds of work. Let's go. There you go. You can see how deep she's getting in there to really get that front glute working while she's also working the upper body. Keeping that chest and her chin in alignment there, nice and tall. Not rounding through that low back at all. So again, you want a weight that's challenging, but if you're going to have those 2 dumbbells, you want it challenging enough for the press, but also somewhat challenging for the rows. 15 seconds. Also challenging her balance a little bit here. She's got to switch these legs out on each rep. Good. Put those down. All right, 15 seconds of rest. All right, next one we're going to do, she's going to go down in her plank here. All right, she's going to go ahead and rotate into a side plank. You can go ahead and start, girl. All right, lift her leg. Raise, good, bring it down, go back to her middle plank, right in the center, and then over to the other side. These are really slow, guys, because it's a balance thing. You wouldn't think being so far off the floor you have a lot of balance work to do, but you do. Once you get over there, make sure you're set up, you're stacked evenly into those hips being vertical, right? Stacking those vertical hips there before you raise that leg. Make sure your shoulder and your elbow are nice alignment, how she's got hers there. The elbow returns back each time. Because again, if you go out of the gate too fast, you're going to burn some matches on these because they are hard. And she is down there for 45 seconds. Good. All right. Come on up. Actually, I'm sorry, she's staying down. I told her to come up. We're going right into a straight-legged sit-up. Now, I will say there's two ways you can do this. I'm gonna have her weighted. She's gonna hold that weight right in the center. All right, and go. You can do these unweighted as well, guys. You can pretend you've got that object right here in your hand if you don't have a dumbbell that is light enough for this, because again, you don't wanna go too heavy. And you see how she's sitting all the way up to a 90-degree angle. That is really, really important. All right, we want to make sure that that spine gets up there straight because we are loading above her head. You can see that she keeps the weight right above her chest when she's down, and when she's up, it's loaded up so that her shoulders are stacked correctly as well. 15 seconds. The other thing you see with Sarah, she's really good at these. Her heels are staying down. We usually want to try to lift the legs up because it goes in, lets our stomach turn off and lets our hips kind of do more work. So right now, she keeps those heels pushed to the floor. She gets a lot more control and a lot more work out of her midsection. All right, Sarah, good. 15 seconds of rest. All right, so those are our 4 moves, guys. So she's going to go right back through it again in about 15 seconds. We're going back into that side lunge, shoulder press. Ready? All right, let's go. How's Hazel doing? Sarah just got a rescue dog, guys, so I always have to ask her how Hazel's doing.
She's doing great. She's starting to play more, which is fun.
Oh, fun. She's understanding that she's there to stay, right?
Right. And I'm coming back home.
Yeah, right? That's the other thing. Good. 10 seconds. All right, Sarah, I have to ask, because I get to ask all my clients this. Have you done any of your Christmas shopping?
No, but my client
Good. 15
has
seconds.
finished all of hers.
Wow.
She is on top of it this
I'm
year.
kind of that night before kind of girl. Let's just hope Amazon gets here, right?
This year's gonna be different.
I always say that each year. It's going to be different this year. It's going to be different this year. All right, 5 seconds. She's going to that back lunge, step, and row. Let's go. One thing I always usually tell my clients to cue as well, guys, is when you are stepping back and then you go to bring those elbows, think of your elbows shooting high towards the ceiling, the sky if you're working outside. And those shoulder blades are trying to squeeze and touch each other. Not that they will, but you are trying to squeeze them together. That's what's going to make that back really turn on fire and work. 15 seconds. Last 5. Beautiful. Put them down. 15 seconds rest. All right, then we go back into her plank where we're doing, again, that slow plank. You start in your center plank, if we'll call it that. All right, and go. Good. Nice slow raise. And again, guys, if this is too tough, if doing these rotations is too tough, or if you've got any sort of like chronic shoulder issues or loading into a side plank hurts, all right, you can easily just stay into your front plank. We can hold there for 45, or if you can even just rotate without raising the leg. You can modify it and take a move away. 5 seconds. If this is a little too challenging for today, you can try it next time. Good, Sarah. 15 seconds for rest. Go onto your back. Back to the straight-legged sit-ups. Heels dug in, and go. 45 seconds of work. You can see how Sarah really likes to go slow through the upward part of the movement and slow on the way down, right? It makes her stomach, makes her core have to stabilize her through the whole movement. A lot of times we love to let gravity take control of a weighted movement and just let us crash to the ground. But again, we're trying to fight that gravity and work against it so that we can get stronger while we do so. 10 seconds. Good, Sarah. All right, 15 seconds rest. All right, guys, we're already heading into round 3.
3 times a charm.
Sarah's not even sweating. I do want you guys to notice how she stood up there. Can you tell she was a cheerleader? College cheerleader. All right, pick those weights up and let's go. Lateral lunge, right and left, and then to that overhead press. So Sarah, tell me, where did you cheer at U of H,
Yes.
right? All 4 years?
4.5.
4.5, wow. So you cheered in high school. When did you start cheering?
I started cheer in 4th grade.
Oh, wow.
Soccer was a family sport, and I wanted to be a rebel.
Really?
Change it up. Yep.
Look at that. Well, you excelled at it.
Yeah.
Now, in college, did you have to pick which sport you cheered for? Or did you cheer for all of them?
No, it was football and basketball, sometimes volleyball, but mainly football and basketball.
Which was, obviously, this is an obvious question, which was the most fun to cheer for?
Football.
Good. Put them down. Put them down. Volleyball?
If you're like silent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that'd be hard to get everybody amped up,
Oh,
right?
for sure. For sure. They didn't want us there anyway, so it was like,
Get out.
yeah, you're like,
All right, pick those weights up. We're gonna go back step, back lunge to row. Let's go. Yeah, Sarah's been here since, really, I guess, what, February?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I knew she cheered, but I didn't know that that was a rebellious move against the family.
Let's just say my mom's not a cheer mom.
No, okay, well, hey, that might be a good thing.
Right.
So being from Texas, I mean, cheerleading's huge, right? Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like a lot of other states where it's just kind of like, oh, if you didn't get into sports, you do that. Like, they're super athletic. Did you have a lot of traveling gigs on the weekend with it?
For school cheer, I mean some, but as far as competitive cheer, absolutely. Dallas, Florida,
Goes down 15 seconds.
all the competitions, the championships.
Is that a lot of driving?
Yes.
Wow.
San Antonio, Dallas.
Yep. All right, last set of these planks. To the side, to the raise, and go. Whoop. There you go.
Got me thinking now.
That's right. But again, that will happen, guys. You might have a little spin out there, right? But again, you saw how she caught herself. That is strength. She's worked on these. She's got a lot of strength there, which is what we're trying to develop, is a lot of that stability. Because let's be honest in life, guys, we take little slips, foot slips off the edge of the sidewalk, right? And what we train ourselves for is the stability to catch ourselves without having an injury. And breathing, right? Breathing through it. Beautiful. 15 seconds rest. And we'll finish with the last set of her straight-legged sit-ups. All right, and go.
Can't wait for this cool down.
Cool down's coming. I will say, guys, if you do this workout outside, maybe don't do these on the concrete. Save your backside. 10 more seconds. All right, put it down. 15 seconds here. All right, guys, for our cool down, what I want her to do is we're gonna actually go into a psoas stretch. So that hip flexor, right? I just had her doing a lot of work, weighted on those hip flexors. So now I'm gonna have her open it up. So she's gonna go into a half kneeling pose here, okay? And she's gonna go ahead and just, I want you to think, with the knee that's down, she's gonna go ahead and squeeze that glute. That's really important because it opens up the front side of the hip. She's gonna keep her posture tall, and she's gonna push her hip forward. without going into a lot of back flexion, okay? She's just pushing that hip forward, the glute is tight. We're gonna break this up because she's still going for 45 seconds, but I'm gonna have her do both legs. Go, and let's switch. So she's gonna go ahead, squeeze the glute of the knee that's down, open up the hip on the front side, keep those shoulders tall, breathe through it, because again, breathing is a really major part of stretching. You gotta open up those muscles, you gotta give them oxygen. Five seconds. All right, now I'm gonna take her into a pigeon stretch, guys. For some people, you can modify how deep you go into it, I should say. But you're gonna bring your leg in front, fold it into the best 90-degree angle that you can. Obviously, Sarah is very flexible for us, so it's not too difficult for her. If you can work your way down onto your palms or elbows. Not everybody's gonna get to their elbows. I was working with a client this morning and it was fingertips, and that's fine because the stretch was still really beneficial. And all we're trying to do is open up that piriformis. You can open up a lot of the hamstring here and just stretch a lot of glute muscles on the back side here. Good, unfold out of that one. We're gonna take her into the other leg. And you might notice too, I know for myself, which is why Sarah's doing this workout today, and probably not me, is there's a big discrepancy in what I look like from my right and my left leg. So if you see that with yourself, don't be alarmed. That is perfectly normal. We typically are tighter in one hip, glute, side to side. And so again, just getting into the stretch, trying to open it up, you can always spend more time on one side if it's tighter than the other. Perfect. Sarah is done. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully this was something you guys can replicate super easy at home. And we will see you guys next time.